Hello students, today we are going to discuss the design of parental production facilities part 2. In this lecture, we will discuss the development of a facility layout for the production of parental dosage form, then environmental control zones, different environmental control zones, then a filling area design and clean room and cleanliness classification as per the different standard different agencies such as the ISO, FDA, etc, etc. Now the development of a facility layout for the production of parental dosage form. So in this image you can see the different compartments or different areas of pharmaceutical industry where the parental dosage form going to manufacture. So as the office, then stock room, compounding area, cleanup area, aseptic filling area, sterilization area, quarantine or quarantine area, packaging and finish area, QC area, quality control area, and storage and shipping area. So these are the different areas of parental production uh, facilities. So now before that, see what are the importance of the facility layout or which are the different parameter should be considered while developing a facility layout for the parental dosage form manufacturing in pharmaceutical industry. There are many factors influencing on the product characteristics. So therefore, the facility in which a parental operation takes place in a complete state of conditions and plan to provide an unnaturally clean production environment. So as you know that these are the parental dosage form, completely sterile dosage form means completely free from microorganisms. So therefore there is a need to avoid the contamination, okay, prevent the cross contamination and follow the good aseptic practices while manufacturing this type of a dosage form. The parental production area is a clean and free from a microscopic. We'll discuss later on the classes of cleanliness as per the different agency. So the production area is a clean and free from a microscopic, visible and non-viable contaminants. The design of a parental facility requires so useful and the careful attention to a variety of environmental parameter or factors such as the site selection is very important, then the area planning, design and construction features, the design and construction of uh, pharmaceutical industry, then traffic flow of personnel and the service features. So the site selection, planning area planning and design and construction features, traffic flow of personnel means the employees in different means for example in traffic means flow of personnel in office area, in stock area, in production area, in QC area is again important because so microbial flora or microbial contaminants directly affecting uh, or these are the factors which is influencing on the sterility. So therefore these parameters are very important while developing facility layout for the production of parental dosage form. The first step in producing a parental production environment is choosing the best possible site. The selection of proper site is dependent on a basic factor and pharmaceutically important a factor. Basic factor, as I said, and the formulation or pharmaceutically related factors. So basic factors such as the land availability, land cost, construction cost, because the land availability, land cost, construction cost is directly affecting on the product cost, taxes, utility cost, labor availability, labor cost, etc, etc. So this factor plays a very important role in a selection of site for the manufacturing of parental dosage form. Then raw material supply, the availability of raw material, transportation availability, the market proximity are also important parameter for selection of the sites. So definitely the availability of a raw material, suppose uh, excipients are easily available in is nearer to this site, so these parameters are again very important. A parental manufacturing requires the reliable source of energy of heating, cooling, hot water, that is availability of water, lighting, sterilization, and should be a distillation. So distillation of uh, water is again necessary, because for the production of parental solution, production of parental suspension or parental liquid dosage form, we need to use the sterile water for injection or bacteriostatic water for injection. So the distillation is again important. So the steam used for the sterilization and sanitation must be of consistent quality and should be continuously available. So these are the factors, so definitely should consider while developing a facility layout. So the layout of the facility is developed based on provide the proper material flow pattern. So a flow of material from one compartment to the another compartment. Okay, so cleanup area and compounding area. Suppose these are the two areas or two compartments. So material flow of material, how material will flow from cleanup area to the compounding area. So this is important for proper facility layout. The designer utilizes the process of a diagram. So in this diagram you can see uh, again. So this arrow indicate the flow of material or flow of personnel from one compartment to the another compartment. Okay, so office, then a stock room, cleanup area, compounding area, aseptic filling area, sterilization, quarantine, packaging, and finishing storage. So these arrows indicate the flow of material and personnel. So office and stock room. Okay, from stock room the material will be entered in a cleanup area. Then from cleanup area to the sterilization area, you cannot enter directly. Okay, you cannot transfer the material from cleanup area to directly a sterilization area. You should follow the flow pattern, the proper flow pattern of a material from cleanup area. After cleaning the means material or whatever devices, glassware, whatever used in uh, the manufacturing process. So cleanup from cleanup area to the compounding area or production area, where the material or a dosage form going to compound or manufacture. From compounding area to sterilization, again you cannot transfer directly the material from compounding area to the sterilization area or compounding area to directly a quality control area. Okay, so from compounding area, the aseptic filling area. Okay, after preparation, suppose a solution or suspension, whatever. Okay, after formation or a preparation of a parental solution, we need to fill aseptically. Okay, so here we must follow the good aseptic practices or high efficiency particulate air filter, um, or laminar airflow cabinet, or HVAC system, heating, ventilation, and air conditioning system for the filling of material or content of parental dosage form in particular container, aseptic filling. So here after filling aseptically, so quarantine area is there. Okay, so what is the quarantine area? A storage area, means before packaging or before labeling, but after filling aseptically, so this area is known as the quarantine area. Okay, so after aseptic filling you can transfer the content in a sterilization area for a sterilization purpose, and then a quarantine area, or aseptic area, from aseptic area to quarantine area also. So unidirectional flow must be there. Unidirectional means one way flow. So why this unidirectional flow is so important? To avoid the chances of contamination. To avoid the chances of contamination. So therefore the unidirectional flow is important. Then quarantine area to packaging and finishing area. So randomly select some sample from this batch, and this sample is used for the quality control testing in QC area and after QC area, or meanwhile after packaging you can directly store the batch in storage and shipping area, except the QC sample, and after QC control or quality control testing we can store the sample in storage and shipping area. So this is about the layout or a development of facilities layout in a production of parental dosage form. So now this is the floor plan of manufacturing unit of parental dosage form or sterile dosage form in pharma industries. You can see here in a figure is a movement before or during a process, during the process or during the manufacturing of sterile dosage form, and movement after process. Okay, so this is the aseptic area, completely HEPA is there, high efficiency particulate air, or lab hood or laminar airflow, or also called as a class 100 or grade A and B, ISO 5 also called as ISO 5, as per the different standard, as per the different agency. We will discuss later on what is the class 100 or ISO 5 or ISO 4, 6, etc. Then adjacent to this area is also called as the aseptic adjacent area, also called as a class 1000 to 1 lakh. Then also called as ISO 6 to 7. The next area is a clean area, class 1 lakh area or grade C, and ISO 8 area. The next area is the general area unclassified, and the outermost area is a mechanical area or mechanical area unclassified. So this is the structure of floor plan of manufacturing unit of sterile dosage form. Same, the ceiling, wall and floor in aseptic area must be sealed so that they may be washed and sanitized with a disinfectant. Sanitation or with a disinfectant is very important, because these are the parental dosage form. Okay, it should be a free from pyrogen, it should be free from foreign visible particle, it should be sterile one, and chemically pure, chemically and physically and chemically stable. Okay, so therefore such type of a precaution we have to take. While a development of a facility layout for the production of parental dosage form, why these factors are so important? So because of these reasons. Okay, so all counters should be constructed of stainless steel and hung from the wall so that there are no legs to accumulate dirt where they rest on the floor. All light fixtures, utility services, lines and ventilation fixtures should be recessed in the wall or ceiling to eliminate the ledges, joints and other location for the accumulation of dust and the dirt. Personnel entering the aseptic area should enter only through an airlock system, okay, by wearing the sterile hats. That is, the gowning is necessary floor plan of manufacturing. So this is about the floor plan manufacturing unit for the sterile dosage form. Now environmental control zones. Zone 1 is a plant exterior, is a description regarding the exterior or plant exterior. Then zone 2, warehousing, the design of a warehousing, a storage area. Then zone 3, the general production and administration area, office area generally. Zone 4 is regarding clean room and cleanliness. Zone 5, weighing, mixing and transfer area from one compartment to the another compartment. Zone 6, regarding the filling area, means filling of injection of sterile content into the different container. And zone 7 is regarding a filling line. So these are the 7 environmental control zones. So see, the zone 1, that means the plant exterior. So the environment within which a plant is located is the first environmental control zone. Okay, see, the environment within which a plant is located is the first environmental control zone. Means before selection of, that is the plant selection, suppose you are selected a rural area for your pharmaceutical plant. Okay, rural area. So the environmental condition of that rural area, that village or that uh, industrial zone is a the first environmental control zones. Means temperature condition of that place, suppose the 30 degrees Celsius is the temperature condition, then humidity 75%. So 40 degrees Celsius temperature and 75% relative humidity of that location of that place is about the plant exterior. Means the zone 1 means what? The environmental condition of plant exterior. That is what? The environmental condition of that particular location or place or that industrial zone or location. So this is about the zone 1 plant exterior. Then a zone 2 warehousing. It is the first zone created by the structural barrier which provide the minimal protection for a pharmaceutical. Means exterior walls and roof are effective in stopping large object. Okay, but these barrier are marginally effective against the insect, rodents and birds. The storage of final product may require temperature control in warehouse. So this is about the zone 2 warehousing. You see, the storage of final product, storage or warehousing area, we need to set some temperature, pressure, oxygen level or relative humidity, percentage of relative humidity for controlling, means preventing the material or content in warehousing area from degradation. Means we need to increase the stability of our products. So therefore, to set the temperature condition or some environmental parameter in this area, warehousing area, class or zone 2 area. Then zone 3, general production and administration area. Zone 3, general production and administration area. So this environmental control is formed by the periphery of the general production area. Periphery of general production. So in previous slide we have discussed already. Okay, means there are a different compartments like a warehousing area, admin area, means office area, cleanup area, then aseptic filling area. Okay, then sterilization area, quarantine area, packaging area, and finally storage area. Okay, so general production and administration area, this environmental control is formed by the periphery of the general production area. Means periphery of the compounding area. Periphery of production or compounding area. Windows and opening into area are usually well sealed. Air handling system remove the most airborne contamination in the visible range. So therefore end handling system means what? The HVAC system. So during the manufacturing or during the preparation of sterile dosage form, you need to use the constant environmental conditions. So therefore, windows, doors are completely sealed in zone 3 area. Okay, general production and administration area. So therefore, the HVAC system generally use the heating, ventilation, and air conditioning system. Okay, HVAC or HVAC system. Next, a zone 4, a clean area. It is the intermediate between the general production area and control environment area. Okay, it is a bit intermediate area between the general production area and the control environment area. This area is mainly used for the washing and preparation of equipment or accumulation and sampling of field a product of preparation. Okay, this area is generally used for the washing purpose, washing of equipment and accumulation and sampling of field product. Lower efficiency HEPA filter may be used in a clean area to control particulate matter or contamination. Particulate contamination. So therefore, high efficiency particulate air filter is used. Okay. So this is about the clean area, zone 4 area. Getting? Now, the zone 5 weighing, mixing and transfer area. So name itself indicate that the weighing is there, mixing of content and transfer area. So this zone required the control environment with the temperature and percent RH. Required the control of temperature and percent RH, percent relative humidity in this area. And air handling system are equipped with HEPA filter capable of removing 99.97%. So that is what the efficiency of why it's called as the HEPA, because of it removes the 99.97% of all particle of 0.3 micrometer size. Okay, up to 0.3 micrometer size, and the efficiency is 99.97%. So therefore high efficiency particulate air filter, and microbiologically load in this zone is highly controlled. So this is about the zone 5 weighing, mixing and transfer area. Next area is the zone 6 filling area. Zone 6 is a distinct zone of the control environmental or environment area for an aseptic filling process, but may not be a distinct zone for non-aseptic filling process. Filling area is the most highly controlled environment created by the structural barrier in parental and air handling system are equipped with HEPA filter in this filling area. Zone 7 filling line. The walls of the filling area are the last physical barrier to the grace of contamination, and contamination is controlled by the laminar airflow cabinet, that is the last barrier to contamination. So as per the Gazette of India, the environmental control zones are grouped as a white zone, that means the filling area, white zone area, and gray zone weighing and filtration, and black zone, that means the storage area. So this is about the environmental control zones. The filling area design, design of single filling area and design of two room filling area. So see, the design of filling area starts from the path of container and closures and processed from filling towards sterilization, inspection and packaging. There should be minimum material handling to avoid the contamination, and the flow of personnel must be a part of filling room design with the incoming flow of container and the outgoing flow of filled product. Gowning or change rooms must be provided for each control area. You can see in a figure, gowning area is there, and the equipment and closure preparation product accumulation and personal gowning can be separated and maintained in a simple non intersecting flow path. So in the design of a single filling area. You can see here the personnel after governing will enter in a product filling area. Here the raw material is entered, and finally a finished product is formed, okay, with the equipment and equipment preparation. And in a two room filling area, that filling room 1 and filling room 2 is there. Okay, so this is about in brief introduction to filling area design. So now see the clean room cleanliness classification as per the different standard. So this is the first standard, ISO airborne particulate cleanliness classes. See the class 100, class 10,000, class 1 lakh, okay, 100, class 100, class 10,000, or class 1 lakh at the level of cleanliness in pharmaceutical industry while manufacturing parenteral dosage form. Mainly utilized in parenteral industries, and the division of this area is based on the type of process activities taking place within this area. Filling operation must be conducted in the class 100 area. Remember, the filling operation must be conducted in 100 area, and the preparation of solution is normally performed in a class 10,000 area, and general corridors and miscellaneous operation are performed with a class 1 lakh area. So this is about in general clean room classification, which is widely used in a pharmaceutical industry. So this is about the ISO 209 airborne particulate cleanliness classification. So ISO 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 9, ISO 9 standard. And these are the number of particles per cubic meter by micrometer size. So zero point 0.1 micrometer particles is a permissible particle. Class 1 standard means what? The class ISO 1 standard for cleanliness means a point, it has 0.1 micrometer up to 10 particle, and 0.2 micrometer 2 particle is there. Okay, 0 particle of 0.3 micrometer, 0.5 micrometer, 1 micrometer, or 5 micrometer. ISO 2 means 100 particle of 0.1 micrometer size, 24 particles of 0.2 micrometer size, 10 particle, 4 particle of 0.5 micrometer. So these are the classes ISO 1, ISO 2, 3, and so you can see here the particle which is permissible as per the ISO 209 airborne particulate cleanliness classes as per the ISO standard. Then this is about the clean room standard as per the federal standard 209D class limits. These are the classes: class 1, class 10, class 100, class 1000, class 10,000, and class 1 lakh. And these are the maximum number of particle per cubic feet of air. Size of particle in micrometer. Okay, point. So class 1 means what? 35 particle. Maximum particle is how much? 35. Which size? 0.1 micrometer. 0.2, 7.5, 0.3, 3, 0.51, and 5 is not applicable for class 1 area. Class 10 area is what? A 350 particles of 0.1 micrometer size, maximum permitted particle, 75 particles of 0.2 micrometer size, 30, 0.3, 10, 0.5, and 5 not applicable. Same 100 class 100 area means 0.2, only 0.2, 0.3, and 0.5, 70, 750, 300, and 100 particle respectively. Okay, class 1000 area 0.5 micrometer size particle, how much? 1000, and 5 micrometer size, 7 particle. Class 10,000, 10,000 particle of 0.5 and 75 micrometer size. Okay, so this is about the clean room standard as per the federal standard 209G class level. And this is a pharmaceutical clean room classification class A, B, C, D, and maximum permitted particle per cubic meter equal to or above. Okay, at rest and in operation. Okay, at rest and means in operation means during the process. Class A area 3500. Okay, maximum permitted number of particle per uh, cubic meter at rest. Okay, means without any operation at rest 3500 and 5 micrometer size 0. Okay, beam same 3500. Class C, okay, 3 5 4 times 0, and class D 3 5 5 times 0. Okay, so these are the maximum permitted number of particle at rest of 0.5 micrometer size and 5 micrometer size. Okay, in operation class A area is about 3500.5 micrometer size particle maximum permitted. Okay, and 0 5 micrometer size 0 particle permitted. Okay, so this is about the pharmaceutical clean room classification. Okay, thank you very much.